Dear students, welcome back to the video lecture number 2 of corrosion science and control. In a previous video lecture, we come to know that the introduction part of corrosion and definition of corrosion, consequences or loss of corrosion. Let us discuss now. Next concept of the part is classification of corrosion. So corrosion of metals are broadly classified into two types. The one is chemical corrosion or dry corrosion. Second one is electrochemical corrosion or wet corrosion. Let us know what is the meaning of dry or chemical corrosion. When the metal gets a direct contact with atmospheric gases like oxygen, halogens, oxides of sulfur, hydrogen sulfide, etc., resulting into the formation of compounds of oxides, halides, sulfates and sulfides is known as the chemical corrosion or simply dry corrosion. So dry corrosion is further subdivided into three types, that is corrosion due to oxygen, corrosion due to other gases, and last one is liquid metal corrosion. Let us discuss the first one is corrosion by oxygen, or it is also known as oxidation corrosion. As you know that alkali metals like lithium, sodium, potassium, etc., and alkaline earth metals like magnesium, calcium, tin, etc., are rapidly oxidized at low temperature only. At higher temperature, almost all metals except silver, gold and platinum are gets oxidized. Hence, the nature of the oxide formed plays an important role for the oxidation of the metal during the corrosion process. In order to explain this one about the corrosion, you take the metal. When it is brought in contact with the oxygen, it leads to form the metal oxide, that is called the corrosion product. Now these corrosion products, what they form, they are of four types. Let us discuss one. The first one is, if the corrosion product form, it is stable layer or protective layer. The stable layer is fine grained, means no pores or etc. in the structure, and can get adhered tightly to the parent metal surface such as a film, and behaves like a protective coating in nature, thereby shielding the metal surface. Hence, the oxide films on the metals like aluminium, tin, lead, copper, platinum, etc. are they stable, tightly adhering and impervious in nature. So that is what, once the protective coating is formed, further exposure of that base metal which is shielded, the further corrosion is prevented. You take a general metal. When it is comes in contact with oxygen, there is a formation of metal oxide. This is the base metal. That metal oxide coating, what is formed, if it is stable oxide, and it forms a protective barrier between the base metal and atmospheric oxygen, thereby further contact of oxygen with the base metal is prevented. Hence, there is no more corrosion. That is what about the first one is stable layer. If it forms, the corrosion is further stopped. Now second one is if unstable oxide layer is formed. This is formed on the surface of noble metals like silver, gold, platinum, etc. As the metallic state is more stable than the oxide form, it decomposes back into the metal and oxygen. Hence, the oxidation corrosion is not possible with noble metals. You take an example of above said anyone, a metal, when it brought in contact with the oxygen, if it forms unstable metal oxide, so it immediately decomposes to the original form of the metal and oxygen. Hence, the corrosion is not possible on such a metal because there is no loss on the base metal. So because of what? It is unstable oxide layer. It immediately decomposes to metal and oxygen. So therefore, there are some metals like silver, gold and platinum that remains always in shining or luster state. Now third one, if the corrosion oxide is metal oxide is volatile layer. If the oxide layer is volatile, then the oxide layer volatilizes after formation and leaves the underlying metal surface exposed for further attack. This causes continuous corrosion, which is excessive in metals like molybdenum, leads to form the molybdenum oxide. For your consideration, you take the metal, when it brought in contact with oxygen, it forms a volatile metal oxide layer. Hence, because of volatile in nature, the bare surface is further exposed for the attack of oxygen. This leads to fresh metallic layers exposed for the further attack of corrosion. Hence, there are some metals are undergoing corrosion continuously still to their destruction. This is what about the third type of corrosion by the oxygen gas, that is what leading from the volatile oxide layer. Now fourth one is if the metal oxide layer is in porous in nature. If the metal oxide layers are in porous in nature, the oxide layer formed has pores or cracks. In such case, the atmospheric oxygen penetrates through the pores or cracks and corrodes the underlying metal surface. This causes continuous corrosion till conversion of metal into oxide is completed. Some examples: alkali and alkaline earth metals are undergoing continuous corrosion till to their destruction. Example, you can take lithium, sodium, potassium, magnesium are what? They are leading to form the porous oxide layer. So the metals of such kind, when they have been brought in contact with oxygen, there is a formation of porous oxide layer or cracks are observed on the bare surface that makes the further oxygen can penetrate into the base metal. Therefore, the continuous corrosion is observed till to destruct the object. Now this is what about the first one, what to discuss corrosion by the oxygen. Now second one we'll discuss now corrosion by other gases. The gases like sulfur dioxide, carbon dioxide, chlorine gas, hydrogen sulfide, fluorine, etc. In this corrosion, the extent of corrosion effect depends mainly on the chemical affinity between the metal and the gases involved. The degree of attack depends on the formation of protective layer formation or non-protective layer formation on the metal surface. Let us discuss now the two cases here. If the volume of corrosion product or corrosion film is formed more than the underlying metal, it is strongly adhered, non-porous, does not allow the penetration of corrosion gases. You take the example here, silver metal, when it is brought in contact with the chlorine gas, leads to form the protective film of silver chloride. You can see the picture which is shown in this slide. There are the two spoons. One is before the corrosion, it is having white lustrous shining property, but the same silver spoon gets corroded, it becomes to black in color or dark in color. Because of it forms a formation of protective layer. Once the protective layer is formed, further corrosion is prevented by the metal. Now second one, if the volume of corrosion film form is less than the underlying metal, if it forms pores or cracks and allow the penetration of corrosive gases leading to the corrosion underlying metal till its destruction. For example, in petroleum industry, we are using hydrogen sulfide gas at a very high temperature. It will react with the steel of the tank which is used for the storage of hydrocarbons fuel. So that steel is forming iron sulfide. Here iron is the steel body. When it is brought in contact with hydrogen sulfide gas, leads to form the ferrous sulfide. It is porous in structure. You can see that picture is shown here. The tanks which are used for the storage of the petroleum products are gets a leakage because of the corrosion by other gases like hydrogen sulfide. So this is what about the one of the important part of this chapter is corrosion of metals by the dry gases or chemical corrosion. We discussed two types. The first one is corrosion by oxygen. Second one is corrosion by the other gases like oxides of sulfur, chlorine, hydrogen sulfide, etc. How the metals are undergoing corrosion. In next video lecture, we'll come to know about the next important part of the chapter is electrochemical theory of corrosion. Thank you one and all.